It was at the point where, do I take Katie to the doctor or do I pay the electric bill? That tax credit health plan offered by Highmark, that saved the day. We could afford insurance again. That held us over till the new job.
Seeing people as neighbors instead of customers makes all the difference in the world. A helping hand in the places we call home. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Sure, I'd like a new pair of Nikes.
New Under Armour. I want a new tailor-made driver, and you need it.
Whatever you need for whatever sport you play, one store has it all.
Dick's Sporting Goods.
I need a new reel, lures, tackle box.
Adidas soccer cleats.
Nike socks. A new treadmill.
Dick's has everything you need to look and play your best for whatever season you're heading into. All at guaranteed low prices. After all, every season starts at Dick's.
Okay, Stuart, get them down, get them off. Get them down, get them off. Changing it up a little with the count. Down in the red zone. 6 to 1, let's go. Understand? Hey, we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to play well. We're going to get after these guys. Let's go play some hot ball.
Back here at Dick's Sporting Goods at the mall at Robinson, the Highmark High School sports practice is on the air, and Jeff Matheny joins us now, the head coach of Bethel Park, now in his 12th year. And I got to tell you, Coach, 4-0 as we go to tape, so at this point in time, everything's right with the world, at least for now.
Yeah, we've got off to a good start. The kids are really working hard, so we're excited.
Let's talk about your team this year. Obviously, we just came back from seeing you in the locker room before the North Allegheny game, and, you know, this whole thing about parity in the quad just continues to amaze me. Just when you think you've got it all figured out, someone, somewhere, at some time, pops up and starts to make a name for himself in the quad.
There's no question. There's a lot of great coaches and players in the Quad North, and it's every week you got to bring out, you got to be ready to play, you got to be focused, and better be well prepared, that's for sure.
Let's talk about Bethel this year, and obviously some of the names that we're going to be hearing a lot of as this season continues. Tell me about them.
Well, we have some great senior leadership. We have Eric Stutt is our big tackle. We have Jeff Stewart is our quarterback. John Enyard has played tailback and fullback for us. He's played extremely well. Brendan Palembine is another kid that's played down. That's a very good player. We have some good skill guys in, you know, Brian Pickard and Dylan August has played free safety for us and done an exceptional job. So we have a lot of guys there that, and we're moving the ball around to different people. So it's exciting, and everybody seems to know their role, and we've got off to a good start. Hopefully, just keep it going.
Glad you brought that up about moving the ball around, kind of an equal opportunity coach. You like to spread it out, you like to spread it around. And, you know, let's make no mistake about it. What you have done with this program is nothing short of phenomenal. It's a phenomenon. When you took over about a dozen or so years ago, different story, but in recent years, you've really started to make a name for himself, and that's a great thing, but it also makes you sit and target, too, doesn't it?
Oh, no question. We finished in the top 8, you know, quite a few years in a row here. Our kids are disciplined. They do what we ask them to do. They work extremely hard in the weight room. And if we can continue to do that and put good linemen out on the field and throw some skill guys in there, I think we'll continue to have some success.
You know, you're just kind of there, getting close to the midway part of the season. Now you're really getting into the crunch time because of the sectionals, and this is where this stuff really starts to count. You can't start looking too far ahead, but you also have to understand that each game really does count now more than ever.
No question. We have Shayla coming up, and that's going to be a big game for us. They got some really good players on their team. But we know as we get into October, we have the meat of our schedule in St. Clair, North Hills, Butler, Mount Lebanon coming up. So you need to stay healthy, and you need to be healthy in October when it starts to cool off. The conference games do really mean a lot.
Coach, we love you. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you, Ron.
One of the hardest working guys in the football biz, Jeff Matheny of Bethel Park. And until next time, for the Professor Tad Makowicki, Dr. Edward Schnell, and the entire crew, this is Rob Pratt from Dick's Sporting Goods, where every season starts at Dick's, reminding you to get off the bench and get into the game. So long, everybody.
Andy was outside playing. He started coughing. The inhaler didn't work. He was gasping for breath. I called Children's and I told him, get ready. My son is having a severe asthma attack. We didn't hesitate. I had enough worries. Thankfully, where to take him wasn't one of them.
Supporting the region's healthcare systems ensures that the best options are always available. A helping hand in the places we call home. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Sure, I'd like a new pair of Nikes.
New Under Armour. I want a new tailor-made driver, and you need it.
Whatever you need for whatever sport you play, one store has it all.
Dick's Sporting Goods.
I need a new reel, lures, tackle box.
Adidas soccer cleats.
Nike socks. A new treadmill.
Dick's has everything you need to look and play your best for whatever season you're heading into. All at guaranteed low prices. After all, every season starts at Dick's.
Generations of Pittsburghers have made trains from Rail King their #1 family hobby. Rob Pratt here telling you there's no better way to spend hours with your kids or grandkids than to build and run a Rail King train. And only Rail King features Pittsburgh cars from Iron City, KDKA Radio, and Kaufman's. To find a Rail King MTH dealer in your neighborhood, log on to PittsburghTrains.com or call toll-free 877-243-8684. Rail King, MTH Trains, built for years of family fun.
Are you ready for John Soretti?
If you can get to the airport, you can get to John Soretti Chevrolet, where you can save thousands. The huge savings are still available on new cars and trucks, and the record-breaking sale of new vehicles has filled our lots with some of the cleanest low-mile trades in Pittsburgh. Your trade will never be worth more right now with our knockout deals.
Drive a Chevy from John Soretti, University Boulevard, Moon Township.
Drive a Chevy from John Soretti.
The Highmark High School Sports Practice is produced live to tape each week at Dick's Sporting Goods at the Mall at Robinson. Every season starts at Dick's.
Want to learn the same training techniques that propelled two brothers in their successful baseball careers? Bill and Cal Ripken Jr. have perfected a method of instruction for youth players, and now it's available on this all-new video, Hitting the Ripken Way. Learn the same fundamental techniques Cal Jr. used to record more than 400 home runs and more than 3,000 hits. Unlock your true potential as a hitter with proven drills. So call or log on now to get Hitting the Ripken Way for only $29.99. Order now and we'll also send you Defense the Ripken Way. Discover proven fundamental techniques, double plays, the underhand flip, backhands, and much more. Plus, Bill and Cal Jr. reveal their 4 key fundamental principles. Keep it simple, explain why, celebrate the individual, and make it fun.
You will get better, I promise.
You get Hitting and Defense the Ripken Way. That's right, 2 incredible DVDs or 2 VHS tapes for only $29.99. To order, use your credit card and call the number on your screen or log on to RipkenTV.com. This special television offer is not available in stores.
Oh, that is nice!
Good snap to Robinson. Play action fake. Sets up. Long and deep down the middle for Dion. That was a perfectly thrown pass.
Penn State football story. We're all tuned in.
We love the Penn State football
We love
story.
you guys.
We love it. We love
That's all
Penn
we
State.
do.
We love the fans.
Watch.
I love the
State
fans.
story.
You love the fans?
I love them.
Austin Scott loves the fans. We both love the
Scott Paxson loves them.
I love coming out of the tunnel and hearing this. That's great.
Yes.
Awesome.
Definitely.
And on defense, I love it even more when when they got to burn a timeout. It's because of you. It's the fans.
Exactly.
Penn State defense has a vocal 12th man behind them.
I love the Penn State football story.
I love you.
They put on college football's most distinctive uniform, thinking about those before them, the walk-ons, the All-Americans, the legends, who made sure to uphold the tradition. They are the black shoes, white helmets, and plain uniforms of one of America's most successful programs. They are heroes. They are winners. They are Penn State football.
For Penn
Penn State, the challenges grow stronger each week. This one came from undefeated Minnesota, the best rushing team in the country. And at the end of one particular run came the hit that defined the game and the attitude of the 2005 Nittany Lions. Michael Robinson has led Penn State with his arm, but against Minnesota, it was no match for his legs or his shoulder. He used them all to help keep the Lions unbeaten. He had a whole lot of help.
Robinson lobs it for Butler, near side, 30-yard line. Plays out and makes the catch at the 25. Williams and Golden near side, Butler far side. Robinson pitches it back to Williams. He's got Rush in front to the 5. Touchdown, Penn State!
Bradley came in here facing the #1 rushing team, in the conference.
The talk had been about Minnesota's offensive line, but Penn State's defense knows action speaks louder than words.
Levi Brown just sort of sealed that side for him until he said, hey, I don't even see it go for a round.
Did you see that formation that Joe Paterno used inside the 5-yard line on first down?
Touchdown, Penn State. Option play, King on the reverse. They've got Minnesota set up. 30, 25, 20, King to the...
Nittany Lions of Penn State, as impressive as we've seen them in a long, long time.
Touchdown, Penn State. Rodney Kinlaw from 9 yards out.
And after Penn State rose to meet this latest challenge, the sun set on a very happy valley. The Penn State football story is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by Sovereign Bank, red carpet service guaranteed. And by Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side.
Hey, man, what's up? I'm paying it back. Hey, what's going on?
I'm paying it back. Join thousands of people who use You Promise to pay back their FIA AES student loans. And the best part is, you don't have to spend an extra cent. Just buy the stuff you buy anyway, and a portion goes to pay back your loans.
We're paying it back.
I'm helping my niece. Pay it back.
Just go to payingitback.com to get started and pay back your student loan faster. Another free benefit for Pennsylvania families from FIA.
When we got married, suddenly we had 2 of everything.
They had a lot of stuff.
2 dining sets, 2 dogs.
2 car insurance companies.
I'm State Farm Agent Joan Roysum, and this is a true story.
We had to get rid of a few things.
Yeah, mainly my things.
He had State Farm.
She had Gecko.
I helped them compare rates and coverage.
There was no comparison.
He was right. For once.
This time, one of my things stayed.
Like a good neighbor?
State Farm is there.
In today's world, there's a trait that employers value more than anything else, and that's character. For over 150 years, California University has prepared students for fulfilling careers and meaningful lives. Values like integrity, civility, and responsibility are integrated into classroom and campus activities. Our students enter their careers with a high degree of character for livelihood and for life. That is our mission and our difference.
Penguin Hockey Nights are back on FSN Pittsburgh.
Is he hot or what?
Mario is eager to break in this much-anticipated season. And Sidney Crosby is poised to be the spark which lights the fuse.
And the Penguins have a 3-2 lead.
Penguins hockey gets unleashed. Penguins, Devils, Wednesday on FSN Pittsburgh. Sponsored by Jeep.
You want the mic? Let him hold the mic. Come on, Ty. You see this? Do you brush your hair? Send us to Joe, please. How do you brush your hair? Joe, do you see what I'm going through? I'm going to introduce you to me. All right? What's your name? And we're going to say, and you're watching the Penn State football story. Okay. Are we going to point and look like that? Do you not want to point? No, pointing is hey, we come. Okay, so what are you going to say? You introduce this is Tyoka Jackson, and this is Jimmy Kennedy. And we're going to... No, you lost me. Are we going to do it? Can we pause? You got to do it right. Okay. Follow my lead on this. I know what I'm doing here. This is Tyoka Jackson. And this is Jimmy Kennedy of the St. Louis Rams, and you're watching the Penn State football story. Okay. What did you get out of it?
Penn State prepared for the #1 rushing team in the country by putting down a brand new surface at Beaver Stadium. But instead of Minnesota racing around on the new grass, it would be the Nittany Lions who ran roughshod on the new sod. More than 106,000 fans look forward to this battle of two Big Ten unbeatens, 18th-ranked Minnesota and their own beloved Lions, who stopped the Gophers on 3 plays to start the game and then started to enjoy their new lawn themselves, running and passing over seemingly every new blade of grass before it was all said and done.
Back goes Robinson. Set. Over the middle. Derek Williams, 35. To the near side, 30. Inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. Robinson to Tony Hunt. Hunt stands a man up inside the 20 and barrels to the 18-yard line. Here we go. First and 10. Option play far side. Pitch to Derek Williams. Cuts it up to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Penn State. The speed of Derek Williams. And a tremendous block by Tony Hunt.
Penn State has been using speed to kill all season, but much of their success has been with big plays and quick strikes. On their opening possession, they ran the ball 8 of 9 plays and set the tone at the line of scrimmage. Meanwhile, Lawrence Maroney came into the game as the nation's leading rusher, but he was in for a long afternoon. And Penn State forced a second straight 3 and out.
First and 10, their own 23. Back goes Robinson. A lot of time. Pump fakes. Now runs out of time. He'll scramble out 20. Swings it far side 25. Gets a block to the 30. Shotgun Robinson. Back to pass. Quarterback draws. 35, 40, 45, 50. Minnesota 49-yard line and a first down.
Quarterback Michael Robinson knows you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, and his offensive line was giving him a gift horse. Plenty of room to roam the new grass and plenty of time to throw over it. Penn State was crisply executing all phases of the game.
Kevin Kelly, a 29-yard attempt, angle to his left. The kick is up, and the kick is gone. Kevin Kelly makes the long drive pay off.
A big kick return did what the Minnesota offense had not been able to, get the Gophers into Penn State territory. But the Lion defense stared them down.
3rd and 9. Back goes Cupido. Look, pressure. Down he goes. Jason Alford at the 34-yard line. And that may have put Minnesota out of field goal range.
They tried a 51-yarder, but missed.
Robinson under center on 3rd and 4. Straight back. Blitz picked up. Over the middle, Smoko. 45, 50, far side, 45, 40. Wide out each way from the eye with Scott the tailback. Play action Robinson. Pressure. Rolls near side. Gets a block from Wilson. 20, 15. Whoa. The shoulder. Belts Owens.
Tell you what, I have never seen a hit like that on a quarterback and it looked like he is not even phased one bit.
Nothing phased these Lions as they collectively lowered their shoulders and went to work, methodically chewing up yardage.
Robinson pitches it back to Williams. He's got Rush in front to the 5. Touchdown, Penn State!
The new playbook of Joe Paterno's goal line offense.
The Nittany Lions scored the first 3 times they had the ball, led 17-0, and Minnesota had yet to pick up a first down.
Dumps it off to Maroney. Juggles, makes the catch at the 20, but there's Harrell and Pafosny. No gain. 2nd and 10.
Minnesota had outscored their combined opponents 43-0 in the first quarter, but Penn State had taken them out of that comfort zone, forcing them to play come from behind, and you could tell it was unfamiliar territory. But Penn State was looking very much at home, even on their new turf.
And Lowry catches and puts it down at the 1-yard line. What a Tremendous play from the eye. Fullback Valentine disappears at the 4-yard line.
The Gophers tried to tunnel their way out of their own end of the field, but Penn State's defense wouldn't budge, and the Lions got the ball back in good field position, striking immediately with a Michael Robinson to Deion Butler connection for 27 yards. A network TV audience was getting an eyeful of a Penn State team full of speedy freshman receivers, as well as a true freshman place kicker.
47-yard attempt, Kevin Kelly put down. The kick by Kelly is on its way, and that kick is gone! A career long 47-yard field goal for the freshman Kevin Kelly. 20-0 Nittany Lions.
All was not perfect as Penn State struggled on kick coverage, with Jakari Wallace getting over 100 yards on just 2 returns. The first time the Lions defense bailed them out, this time they got burned.
Rolls right, looks back near side, throws it deep for wheel right, and he juggles and makes the catch at the 10, touchdown Minnesota.
It didn't change the fact that Penn State had dominated the entire half, but it did change the evidence of that domination showing on the scoreboard.
U.S. Airways, U.S. Airways Express, and the Go Caribbean Network fly to more than 40 tropical destinations. Visit the special Caribbean section on usairways.com for details. U.S. Airways Caribbean.
We read it in the newspaper, in the local section. I guess they have to put everyone who, gets arrested in the paper or something.
And then what?
We went to school. Everyone knew about it. It was humiliating.
You didn't even think about what it would do to us.
Do you understand what he did?
Sure. Broke the law.
Insurance fraud. That's what he did. He can go to jail, I guess. I can't believe my dad did this to us.
He's a liar.
Hey, this is Mike Quick. Show your Eagles spirit and get Eagles totally free checking at Sovereign Bank. You can get one-of-a-kind Eagles checks, plus receive free Eagles merchandise when you open your account. And with free online banking and bill pay and no minimum balance or monthly maintenance fee, it makes banking easy. So you can focus on the games and not on your bank account. Get Eagles totally free checking today, only from Sovereign Bank.
Sovereign Bank, official bank of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Are you still being charged too much for internet service? Still waiting for a better deal? Well, your wait is over. With People PC Online, you get unlimited internet access for just $10.95 a month. And you get accelerator technology free for an entire year. That's a $60 value. Visit up to 5 web pages in the time it used to take to visit one, and pay just $10.95 a month. Plus, our smart dialer automatically chooses the fastest, most reliable access number. Want more? You even get security tools to help protect you from spam, pop-ups, and email viruses. Compare us side by side with your current ISP. Go to peoplepc.com to try us free for 30 days. Surf up to 5 times faster for an entire year with free accelerator technology. All this for just $10.95 a month. But hurry, this special offer is for a limited time only. Go online or call 1-800-943-0989. People PC Online with free accelerator. A better way to internet.
Education-wise, I got a lot of confidence from my mother. She really wanted me to push to graduate high school. I would have been the first out of her children to graduate high school. And because so much she gave to me, I wanted to take it a step further and graduate college.
White chases, White throws it down at the 30-yard line.
Anybody can come to school and just do good in sports, you know what I'm saying? But by coming to a university like this, it prepared me for life after sports, because football is not guaranteed, man. It can be a play in practice tomorrow, today, and it just take you out.
Howard Phillips intercepts it. Howard Phillips picks it off.
I only got 12 credits. I'm done in December. It means a lot because I'm the first person to go to college out of my family, so I didn't think this day would come, in terms of high school. When you're young, all you think is about just making plays and leave early. If you'd have told me this when I was 10th grader, 11th grader, getting recruited by all these schools, I would probably laugh at you. Making my mom and my high school coach proud, because that was the main concern. First graduate, and then let football take care of itself.
To me, I had to find something I actually enjoy doing, something that I wake up in the morning and it wouldn't so much feel like work, it'd feel like something I want to do. and I ended up just majoring in art.
And Rice's artistic skills had him create a painting capturing the special relationship between the fans and Penn State's football team. And it's become the official poster of the 2005 Nittany Lions. Matt Rice and Anwar Phillips, two of Penn State's success stories off the field. Two guys who helped Penn State with their artistry on the field against Minnesota. And the Lions put together quite a masterpiece. The Gophers were hoping their touchdown late in the first half was going to help swing the momentum their way. But the Nittany Lions crushed those thoughts immediately when they took the second half kickoff and started the same way they did at the beginning of the game, rolling down the field.
Robinson loads it up far side. He's got his man at the 35 to the 30. Inside the 30 to the 28, Dion Butler. They're afraid of Michael Robinson running with the football. He has time in the pocket. Option play, King on the reverse. They've got Minnesota set up. 30, 25, 20, King to the 15. Just inside the 15 to the 10-yard line.
Penn State's offensive coaches had designed a brilliant game plan that was utilizing speed to the outside and power to the inside.
Robinson gives it to Tony Hunt. Hunt to the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State.
Minnesota was on its heels all day as the Nittany Lions racked up 539 total yards behind an offensive line that is starting to come together. It was the kind of performance Minnesota was used to producing themselves, but they became so frustrated that they felt the need to gamble even early in the third quarter.
Fourth down, 5, Penn State 46. Back to pass, blitz coming, throws far side. King is there, covering incomplete. They turn it over on down. Freshman corner out there one-on-one in a big game here in the Big Ten.
Penn State came out in the second half and just took control of the game. They continued to shut down Minnesota defensively and scored on all three third-quarter possessions. From the lunch pail guys up front to the thoroughbreds with a football, this was a total team effort.
Mike to the 40, bounces outside, swings it outside, gets a block from Williams, 35, to the 40, inside the 30, to the 27-yard line. This is going to drive defenses crazy. Michael Robinson has just become the fourth quarterback in Penn State history to rush for 100 yards in a game.
With 364 rushing yards, Penn State dished out a dose of Minnesota's own medicine, more than tripling the output of the Gophers' ground game.
Tony Hunt, left side, near corner, touchdown, Penn State. The Nittany Lions, Jack, have not only made a statement in this third quarter to Minnesota, I think they made a statement to the country.
That is true. Consider the fact that Penn State amassed 35 first downs, and in Joe Paterno's long career at Penn State, they've had more than that just once. Tony Hunt joined Michael Robinson in the Century Club. He would lead Penn State's rushing attack with 114 yards. The only thing more beautiful than the weather to a Penn State fan on this first Saturday in October was the sight of the Nittany Lions dismantling a ranked team, removing any drama that lingered from the way the first half finished.
Kevin Kelly's field goal is up and good. Kevin Kelly has 3 field goals today.
Tom Bradley's defense continued to pop pads, even getting some help from the 12th man.
Motion by Ellerson toward us. They pitch it to Maroney, near side, hemmed in. Down he goes for a loss. Cooper goes back to Maroney. 3 seconds to his crowd. Expecting him, he won't get the play off. That is the end of the third quarter, and the crowd caused that to happen.
Just like Matt Rice's painting, the fans and players feeding off of what each other is doing.
They'll give it to Russell. Left side, up and bouncing at the point of attack. Wallace Muncie flies in the air and gives up his body and knocks it to the turf.
With the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week bullying the middle, Minnesota decided to go outside on third down, and the Gophers had their second score. Joe Paterno started to substitute freely, but it didn't change what the guys upstairs wanted to do, or the success the Lions were having.
They pitch it to Austin Scott following Hunt. Good block by Matt to the 40, 35, Scott 30, 25, stretches ahead inside the 25. Kinlaw's the tailback. Rodney gets it following Hahn and Hall to the far corner, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Penn State. Rodney Kinlaw from 9 yards out.
In a season where freshmen have stepped up for Penn State, it was only fitting that Minnesota's last spark was snuffed out by another one. Redshirt freshman Tony Davis with the end zone interception. 7 straight wins for Penn State gives them the 3rd longest streak in the country behind Texas and Southern Cal. Another rung up a ladder that gets more slippery next week. The Penn State football story is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by Sovereign Bank, red carpet service guaranteed. And by Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side.
Caramel sweet, peanut butter spotted, pretzels are just twisted and peanuts are just nutty. Wrap it up in chocolate and salty and it's sweet. It all comes together to knock you off your feet. Take 5, one more than 4. Take 5, go all the way to take 5. 'Cause more is more. Take 5.
Only Hershey could take caramel, peanut butter, pretzels, peanuts, and wrap them in real Hershey's chocolate. Everything you love, like nothing you've ever tasted.
Take 5.
With the first pick in this year's draft, Dallas selects Cordell Russell, wide receiver, Nebraska.
Life comes at you fast. Be ready with Nationwide.
Visit a participating Nationwide agent, get a quote, and register to win a trip to this year's bowl game. No purchase necessary. Nationwide is on your side.
Isn't this cute? Now this is definitely me. This is me.
I got 2 favorites.
I ordered this online. I found my guy in the Penn State room. My little brother.
Every color.
Try green. You can even get some direction. Thanks, Mom.
Or you can get stuck.
It's the Penn State room at McClanahan. Shop online in the Penn State room. McClanahan.
Hey, how's it going?
The FSN Pro Football Preview.
You've got questions, our guys have the answers.
Get a first-hand look at the weekend's biggest matchups. It's the weekly preview show that can't be missed. Next on FSN.
Catch the latest on your college football teams on FSN Pittsburgh. Starting at 1, it's Pitt football with Dave Munster. Then at 1:30, it's Penn State football with Joe Paterno. Followed by West Virginia football with Rich Rodriguez at 2. College football press conference Tuesdays on FSN Pittsburgh.
Penn State, to me, is a family. Penn State is a family, is a tradition.
I mean, all the guys that left, man, they paved the way for us. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. They're like no other school, you know. I mean, it's pretty plain and simple, blue and white.
Just give thanks to my coaches back at school, everybody who played a part in this.
There's confidence.
People committed to each other trying to get something done.
It really molds you into the person you are today.
It was just the greatest experience I've ever been through.
Great opportunity, courtesy of their defense, and Nittany Lions have made a statement to the nation tonight.
The style is real fast. We play one gap football, which means that we ask our guys to get in their gap as fast as they can and just curate havoc. That's the bottom line. And if you want to play a fast defense, you're going to play relentless. This is the place you want to play.
With the 12th selection in the 2003 NFL Draft, the St. Louis Rams select Jimmy Kennedy. Chicago Bears select Michael Haynes.
Anthony Adams, defensive tackle, Penn State. God, they got a lot of guys going to this draft.
You had to take everything to heart because, I mean, they not only prepare you for the NFL, they prepare you for everyday life.
I think I still go off of the stuff that he taught me right now while I'm a pro, teaching me how to play the game, teaching me a lot of things, everything I know about defensive line.
The whole work ethic it takes to stay in the NFL, you know, it's something that we really learned at Penn State.
He's a special breed. He really is. He's a guy that you're going to watch in the field. When you turn your television on and you watch our defensive front four play, you're going to say to yourself, boy, they're different. Different in the sense that we've got a brand, and that brand is that we work extremely hard. From the time the ball snaps to the whistle blows, we're going to play every play full speed, all out, and nonstop. And when you see that, you'll see the style that we play.
I think overall, Coach Paterno and his staff got us ready as far as ability and as far as strength and stuff. I was ready.
You know, definitely a lot of the coaches, they really teach you, you know, how to trust your athletic ability, you know, how to work hard and then how to pick yourself.
Those things are things that we do in the NFL, and I think it gives Penn State players a leg up on other players going into the NFL.
You actually want to stay inside here, bam, rib cage, stay inside, right back inside.
I have a passion for what I do, you know, and believe it or not, if you don't have passion for what you believe in, it's not fun. I enjoy coaching. I enjoy young folks. So coming to work every day, get a chance to touch kids' lives, that's what it's all about. I've got the greatest job in the world.
Holly stops him at the 50. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
The Player of the Game is brought to you by the Student Bookstore. If it's Penn State Blue, your Penn State Superstore, the Student Bookstore has it for you. Visit them online at thestudentbookstore.com. Against Minnesota, freshman Derek Williams helped set the tempo, scoring Penn State's first 2 touchdowns. He had 10 touches for 72 yards rushing and receiving.
I thought we played a good football game everywhere. Once again, you got to give credit to our offense. You know, when they're holding the ball like they're holding it, and we're getting 3 and outs, now we're rested and we're ready to go. And against a big physical group like that, they wear you down. Well, today we had a lot left in our tank at the end of the game.
You said it before, man. It's old state now. It's old state now.
Do you want to learn the same training techniques that propel 2 brothers in their successful baseball careers? Bill and Cal Ripken Jr. have perfected a method of instruction for youth players, and now it's available on this all-new video, Hitting the Ripken Way. Learn the same fundamental techniques Cal Jr. used to record more than 400 home runs and more than 3,000 hits. Unlock your true potential as a hitter with proven drills. So call or log on now to get Hitting the Ripken Way for only $29.99. Order now and we'll also send you Defense the Ripken Way. Discover proven fundamental techniques, double plays, the underhand flip, backhands, and much more. Plus, Bill and Cal Jr. reveal their 4 key fundamental principles. Keep it simple, explain why, celebrate the individual, and make it fun. You will get better. I promise. You get Hitting and Defense the Ripken Way. That's right, 2 incredible DVDs or 2 VHS tapes for only $29.99. To order, use your credit card and call the number on your screen or log on to RipkenTV.com. This special television offer is not available in stores.
Oh, that is nice! Hi, I'm Joe Paterno, the football coach at Penn State, and you are watching FSN Pittsburgh.
The National Football League hits the quarter pole with some of the season's most intriguing matchups. Donovan's pain threshold will be tested in KC, while the shorthanded defending champion Patriots must defend San Diego's indefensible LaDainian Tomlinson. And who's got the upper hand when Michael Vick and Dante Culpepper face off in Atlanta? Plus, going deep on Dallas. Jason Sehorn details how teams are getting over the top on the boys' secondary. And who's the best lead blocker in the business? Tim Brown explains the lowdown with this leading man. Laura Oakland reports from Philly, where a movie's being made on one of the NFL's unlikeliest heroes of all time. Plus, the freshest scoopage from Jay Glazer, the league's top insider. And our experts are preparing to make their predictions from these 14 games. Now, it's time for the Pro Football Preview on FSN.
How are you? Welcome to Week 4 of the NFL season. FSN's Pro Football Preview. Come on in. Irvine, California. We're between LA and San Diego inside the Fox Sports Grill, our weekly headquarters for a little food, fun, and football. We're glad you're here. The gang is all here. We'll start with our receiver, Tim Brown, our defensive back, Jason Sehorn, our man for all seasons and no reasons, Jay Glazer. Hey, all right, gentlemen, one more game here. We're at the quarter pole of the season, right? When you play the game, is it that critical for you?
Oh, no doubt. If you're unbeaten, don't get too cocky out of here. There's still a lot of football to be played, that's for sure.
But if you're 0-4, the chance you make the playoffs are slim.
You got no friends when you're winless, do you?
That's right. Jay, you never have any friends. Unless they're called. He set me up.
Last week.
All right, And joining us a little later in the program will be Chiefs Pro Bowler Tony Gonzalez, our friend, the NFL's consummate tight end, future Hall of Famer. Now, on to week 4 in the NFL. Begins with 4 undefeated teams, 5 winless teams, and our 4 downs, where our guys talk about the 4 hottest, biggest topics or issues in the NFL. Let's go to first down. We examine the Eagles and Tony Gonzalez's Chiefs playing in KC. Big question is, how healthy is Donovan McNabb really? He's been playing with a bruised sternum since week 1. Find out now that he's suffering from a sports hernia, so he's going to have to play in pain. Jay Glazer was our first on the story with this story, and now will he be able to have surgery or play the year? What's the latest?
Well, they're hoping that he'll have surgery after the season. It's interesting, though. The Eagles have actually gone to some people on the Flyers because it's very common with people inside the National Hockey League, and they've asked them, what can we really do to help out our guy? What are some of the things treatment-wise? The other interesting thing, because you combine the sports hernia with the sternum injury, he's going to have to do a lot of things off balance, so they're trying to now strengthen some of his muscles for when he has to do things off balance. Tim, you've had this. I heard it is unbelievably painful.
I did have this injury about 3 or 4 years ago, and let me tell you, it is the most painful injury that I ever had to play with. Unfortunately for me, it happened at the last game of the season, but this is an injury that will make him think that he can play, but he will not be able to play through this. I don't see him making it through the season.
The question mark I see throughout the entire season, if he does play and if he's able to last throughout these games, is defenses are going to force him to move out of the pocket. They're going to force him to run, and they're going to see what kind of mobility he has and strength in that abdominal section to be able to throw on the run.
Right. It's hard for him to actually rotate with both the injuries.
All right, will the Chief defense do enough to win the game?
I'm sure the Chiefs will move him all over that football field. I doubt he can finish the game with it, but who knows? But I think the Chiefs.
All right, Tim doesn't think he'll even finish the season. All right, let's go on to second down, where the Raiders have struggled right out of the gate. They're 0-3. Cowboys are coming into the Bay Area. How safe is Norv Turner's job? Remember the Raiders 5-11 last year. Al Davis has never kept a coach after 2 consecutive losing seasons. Tim, you were with this organization for much of your career.
Yeah.
You and Al are real pals. Is Norv in trouble? They've been in every game.
Well, Chris, certainly he is in trouble. He cannot have another losing season, that's for sure. 6-10 may keep his job. 5-11 or worse, he will be out for sure. The Raiders are still behind him. They still plan to play hard. The guys I talked to there want to go out and play good football and win some football games.
The problem in Oakland seems to be all this talent and no real fluidness of how to use it. They've got all these weapons on offense, but yet they're next to last in rushing, and they can't pass the ball consistently.
You know what? Wait, Tim, you say he's definitely gone, but Al Davis is going to look across the field that weekend, and he's going to see Sean Payton. Sean Payton is the epitome of how hard it is now for Al Davis to hire a new head coach. He couldn't even get people in there for interviews. Then he offers the job to Sean Payton, not once, but twice.
He said he didn't.
Oh, I know, he said he didn't. God forbid someone lies about something. But he turned him down twice. It's hard to hire someone for that job.
All right, do the Raiders go 0-4, or do they knock off the Cowboys?
I think they do knock off the Cowboys. I think that they're going to gel together this week, and they're going to try and get this game won, not just for Norv, but they need to do it for themselves.
Well, I think one of the Cowboys' bigger problems is the fact that their secondary doesn't cover the deep ball very well. The Raiders are clearly a deep ball throwing team. They're going to go after them in the
Jerry
secondary.
Porter said, if, hey, we eliminate penalties, we can win a game, and that's where it starts. Time for third down now. Defending champion Patriots, they continue to deal with serious injuries, but they continue to win. New England hosting the Chargers this time, but they won't have their tough hitter and defensive leader, Rodney Harrison, at safety. Running back Kevin Falk is injured. Tackle Matt Light went down with an injury as well. So the Patriots will have 2 starting rookies on the offensive line. Tom Brady likes to spread that offense, Tim, but with a couple of rookies in the offensive line, that Charger defense, will they take advantage?
Well, I think they have to. I think they have to do what they know to do. They spread their teams out. That's how they play their offensive scheme. But they're going to really miss Kevin Falk. He's the guy who comes in and gives Corey Dillon some time off. Now they don't have this guy. What are they going to do now?
And we've talked about leadership all season long, and one of the biggest problems here is you lose Rodney Harrison. Now you've lost another leader on that defense. With LaDainian Tomlinson coming in this weekend, I mean, I don't know how they contain him.
Forget just the leadership. Now you can have every receiver and running back. Now they don't have to play the Patriots like this. Because Rodney Harrison's not there.
What are you talking about?
You've made that cross-country trip. Can the Chargers do it and get a W?
No, I don't think so. I don't. Even with all the injuries that New England has, I just don't see the Chargers being able to go out there.
They have to be licking his chops, Jason. Come on.
It's hard to bet against the Patriots ever because they overcome, but I got to say that the Chargers are starting to come within themselves and figure things out. LaDainian Thompson should have a big game against that secondary.
Tomlinson could be the best player in the NFL, not just the best running back. On to fourth down, this week's marquee matchup. Michael Vick and the 2-1 Falcons hosting Dante Culpepper, and all of a sudden, victorious Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota bounces back with a 33-16 win over the Saints. Culpepper needed a big game, got it, over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. So, Jason, I know you were high on the Vikings at the start of the year. Where do you have them now? This is a good test for them against Atlanta.
I still think they have plenty of talent to compete. The problem is they make a lot of mistakes. Last week they beat a team, the Saints, that kind of ran into a wall. The question is, can they face a team like Atlanta who has everything clicking on all cylinders and beat them?
The answer to your question is no, they cannot.
Who would you rather have, Michael Vick or Dante Culpepper?
Well, you know, if I'm trying to catch 90 balls a year, I want Dante Culpepper because he's going to give me the ball. Now, if I'm trying to win games, I may be better off with Vick.
Jason, who's tougher to defend, Vick or Culpepper?
I'd rather defend Culpepper because Vick creates so many problems for the defense as far as matching up.
Here's where you guys are both failing to realize. How would Dante Culpepper fare if he had the running game that Michael Vick has? Michael Vick is getting by right now, just making big plays when he has to. But if Dante had the same running game, there's no telling what. It's certainly a lot easier.
They have a lot more problems than just the lack of a running
but it's
game.
certainly a lot easier when you have
when you run
the
for
number one running attack in the league.
You guys failed to realize he failed to play the game. I just wanted to set the record straight. The Falcons have run for 100 yards more than the Minnesota Vikings on average. All right, coming up, Tony Gonzalez joins us from KC. Jay's getting on my nerves. And our guys will cover the extra points when we continue.
Up next, we'll throw the Cowboys secondary on the grill and show you why they keep getting burned.
89-yard strike.
Plus, he's paved the way for Corey Dillon, Eddie George, and now LaDainian Tomlinson. Find out how this man's path can lead to the Pro Bowl when FSN's Pro Football Preview returns.
NFL Network is great, but I've got some programming ideas for them. Tom Coughlin's Good Time Comedy Hour. Show starts at 8. Don't be late. I smell Emmy.
Big game hunting with Tori Big Game Holt.
I might watch that.
Hello? Green Acres?
The Bill Cowher Power Hour.
Excuse me.
A little comedy, a little weightlifting.
Now that's quality television.
Pro football. A game for the ear and the eye. A 3-hour carnival of color, sound, and action.
NFL Sunday Ticket provides the most NFL games anywhere, up to 200 in total, and it's only available from DirecTV.
For the player, victory makes the game glorious. For the fan, glory is the game.
Sign up now and get 4 free months of DirecTV's best programming package. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Lots of Wi-Fi users work in coffee shops, which aren't always the best places to work. Wouldn't it be great to work wherever you wanted instead of only in hotspots? Now you can with Verizon Wireless Broadband Access. Wi-Fi only works in limited locations, while Broadband Access is the nation's largest high-speed wireless broadband network and is expanding coast to coast. Now get unlimited access at a great price, so you won't get stuck in a not-so-hot spot. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
Electronic four-wheel drive. Vehicle stability assist with traction control. And an available navigation system with off-road tracking. The Acura MDX. Its heart's in the right place, even if you're not.
Hello everyone, I'm Joe Wiz, documented as the nation's #1 handicapper. Today in football, I found one game that's going to be a 20-point blowout, a game that will be over at halftime, and you get it absolutely free. Call 800-738-4491. This game is guaranteed to win, or you get the entire football season for free, no questions asked. It's a 3-touchdown blowout. It'll be over at halftime. Call right now and get it free at 800-738-4491.
Glad to have you with us. Pro Football Preview on FSN here at the Fox Sports Grill in Irvine, California with Chef Pete. I'm actually in the wine room here. Bill Parcells has had a lot to whine about in his secondary. Of course, the Cowboys take on the Raiders. Chef, you have a nice meal prepared. What kind of wine? We have football experts, right? You're the wine expert.
Sure. And this, if you've got a big tuna,
Cabernet 2001 Opus 1. Fantastic wine.
We go good. Now, does that come in a box?
No, this is actually a $250 bottle of wine, so
Okay,
you wouldn't
well,
want this in the box.
I'll take a glass. I'm going to put it on Jay Glazer's tab. Who's your team, by the way?
I am a New York Football Giant fan.
Oh, all right. Well, good. Perfect time with the tuna. Let's go over to the Grill Illustrator where Jason and Tim will talk about Bill Parcells' issue in the secondary, and the whining continues. Jason?
Chris, I guess the bigger question is whether or not Bill Parcells will still be whining after this weekend's matchup with the Oakland Raiders and their deep threat receivers. Over the last 2 weeks, you've seen the Dallas Cowboys give up the deep ball on numerous occasions. Here, in the game against the San Francisco 49ers,